6Blade here. Today we're going to be talking about Orphia, and she's a mage. And yeah, that's the character we're going to be talking about right now. Let me get stuff set up. Okay, so Orphia is a mage. Her attack range is pretty decent, but she's kind of like a mid-range type of character where some people play her like a melee and some people play her as range. As for me, I kind of play her mostly as range. And if I'm in melee, it's usually like when I'm trying to get a kill, or when I'm trying to finish a kill, or when I'm engaged on and I'm like pretty much fighting for to defend myself or pulling for myself in a sense. All right, so I'm on the red team here. We're gonna look at a matchup here. Enemy team have Artenis, Tonberian, which is the tank for them. They have Limin for really decent burst damage. They have Endwin for healing. Well, not Tonberian anymore. They got Mia for tanky. Mia, whatever you call her. And she's going to be the tank for them. She got CC, and she's the ice lady. So um, here I'm on the Orphia here. We have a Chen. He's our main tank here. And we have Brywin, decent amount of healing from her. We have Fasta for global, and then we have Rexar for camps. So main here is going pretty decent build. The variant's also making a twin blade, pretty decent build too. And yeah, also got a decent first talent. Alright, Brywin also taking a decent talent here, Bribe. And we're gonna get into this. Alright, so March starts off. Gonna get in this mid lane here. This is Barry gonna try to get out soak up top, and I took some big chunk of my hit point from the Limine there. I tried to sidestep it, but I couldn't. Alright, and massive slow coming out for the Mia there. Gonna get that glow heal up. If I start diving in, trying to damage Mia for some reason, and it's time to lane. Alright. I was trying to get Rexar to do camps, so I'm trying to rotate up here. And he's pinging me to leave, but yeah, we're supposed to get that camp. I want to come up top here first. I also came up, so I was about to leave, and then he started leaving, so I decided to stay. And he started coming for some reason. That was a bit complicated. Alright, so uh, 1v1 against melee characters, Orphia usually dance around them. But people like Twin Blade variant, which focuses on lifesteal and like sticking onto targets, it's a little bit difficult for Orphia. She got heals and stuff. She got lifesteal, but it's you gotta learn your talents in order to charge your passive, so that when you hit a hero, you can heal off of that. I'm gonna grab the orb here. I mean the globe from those minions and just wait. My goal right now is not to shove this wave in too fast because I could get ganked. Um, my goal right now is to just kind of manage the wave in a sense, so that when they get over here, they can start doing damage. Alright, camps are gathered, captured here, and they're gonna come out in the middle. Rexar and Fasta are doing stuff here. In the bot lane, we have Chen versus Artenis. Which build did Artenis go? our tennis went for Protector of Ire, which is a decent first talent. So this Chen got to play pretty passively because he don't want this tennis to stack on him, and that's what he's doing right now. In the top here, Vivian is like just trying to heal off of me, and sometimes he lands his talent, sometimes he don't, and I'm also doing some little damage to him, but from a safe position. As you guys can see, I don't have mana. I don't have enough mana, and that's one of the problems with Orphia. Orphia kind of tends to run out of mana a lot. Like any other mage, like Lei Ming and other, basically any other mage, pretty much, they tend to run out of mana really fast. So when you're building Orphia, you should keep that in mind. And as you guys can see here, I'm gonna be taking talents that will not cost me too much punishment on my mana, and it will help me to stay in fights for a long time. So when you're playing Orphia, don't be too afraid to like get closer to your enemies because again, like I said, she's a mid range character, and when you land your watts or whatever you call it talent on enemies, you kind of get like a little dash. So don't be afraid to get closer to enemy because once you land your talent, you can always dash away. Alright, so massive damage going onto the Mia here. I'm making sure that I'm in a range where I can land. Alright, so first off here, like on my mouse cursor, you guys will notice that I have a guard, a mouse guard. It's a little cross. It's kind of invisible right now. You guys can see it, but it's a little cross that whenever you are like moving your mouse, you can see it. That can actually help you to like manage. I mean, to kind of like memorize like how far your talents can go and stuff like that. So I recommend people use that because it's really helpful. Anyways, I'm doing damage to Mia that we're able to isolate this Artenis here, and Mia got a stun on me here. We are in an awkward position, so we're gonna disengage, and they're gonna disengage too and heal up, and I'm gonna come here and tap, and Fasta's gonna back. Alright, in this case right now, okay, our tank is Chen. Chen is like 40 hit point right now, right? And Rexar is it's kind of like a passive bruiser. He really depends on Mia, and we have like Dav comps here from both the Artenis and the variant there, and these guys can stick onto you at any point, and when they stick, they don't let go. Also, with the slow coming out from the Mia, like they can really stick a target down, especially if you're melee. They are kind of like anti melee. So in this case, it's not really true. I mean, we're not really sure if we can win this match. Honestly, they are 4 hit point. This guy got a lot of shields, so he's not a problem. They have Ling Ming, who kind of like gets resets every time she get a kill. She get a reset, and she got decent burst damage with the orbs and stuff. So this match, um, I don't think we can win this, right? So, I mean, we could have tried, but we really don't have the Holy Trinity, right? We don't have like a real tank. And Chen, I don't think Chen completed his quest yet. So, let's see. Chen hasn't completed his quest yet. He still got 6 more to go, right? So, he's not tanky right now. So, we're not going to win this, right? So, I made a call for us to get a camp and just give this out, right? It's level 6. We can defend this. The earlier they get this, the better it is for us to clear it because it's a very low level and it won't be getting any value out of it. All right, so fast I'm gonna get that camp. We're gonna store this for a little bit. As you guys can see, I'm always trying to land my talent at the end onto the enemy, like keeping the maximum possible distance, so that when I'm hitting them, I'm hitting it at the tip of my strike. Because based on the talent that I picked, every time I do this, I'm doing like 90% extra damage. That's a huge burst damage every time I do it. It's almost like a Ling Main burst damage. And the cool thing about it is that like I can do it from a safe distance, and after I do that, I can also dash, right? So like you get a lot of reward by like landing your talents, and you can land your talent by like predicting where these guys are gonna go, right? Who that? Oh shit, coming? Yeah,
This nigga sleeping?
I think he left.
Uh,
Yeah, probably went to Lawrence or something.
yeah, let's see what you up to?
I'm recording a YouTube video.
You can make money for you recording this game?
I'm in the middle of my recording right now.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, well, I'm not making money yet. This is just a casual thing. Honestly.
You should make a Twitch account.
Mhm.
You know what that is?
Twitch? Yeah, I know Twitch.
Yeah, you should hop on that.
Mm.
Why is there toilet paper on the fire? What is that? Is that toilet on the window still?
Oh, the sunlight usually just
make your
comes
face
through.
look stupid, right? Or just hit your eye?
Yeah.
Oh, that's smart. Alright, bro.
Alright. Okay, so we are back, and let's see, what was I? All right, so as I was saying, like you with Orphia, you get a lot of value out of learning your talents, and she's a character for like very skilled players, right? She's a very difficult character to play because you have to be able to learn your talents, and to do that, you have to be able to predict where your enemy is moving, so you can land it. All right. And also like if you can land it on the person closest to you because like because it is at a weird angle, like you can always land it on somebody who is not targeting you or somebody who doesn't know that you are attacking them and stuff. And that's why I was going there. All right, I'm kind of out of position here. I'm gonna use chomp to bite and start pulling myself away a little bit. I think I'm gonna die here. Yeah, I got stuck on by the variant and the alternate swap there. We got our camping time though, and as you guys can see, we have characters that can really clear, that have decent wave clear, so we're gonna be fine. Basta flies up. We have a decent wave here, right? I was managing this wave earlier, so we had a decent chunk of minions coming up here, and I'm letting my allies know that they shouldn't be afraid, right, to clear this because it's pretty early in the level in the game. Right, so Chen got hit here with the swap. I'm telling him to back off, and we're doing some decent chunk onto Liberian there. Want to play safe, right? One of the things to note on maps like Alterac packs or stuff like Tomb of the Spider Queen, when you clear a wave, right? When you clear the objective after it got captured, right? The best thing to do in that remaining like 30 seconds or like let's say 60, let's say in a minute, right? In a minute after that, it's not to like start fighting them right after, right? While you're clearing the wave, you are pretty much like taking some damage from the enemies in the meantime and stuff like that, and you probably like use all your mana and stuff like that. So after you clear a wave, instead of you going into a fight right away, right? If you don't have an advantage, right, like you have to have like a clear advantage over them. Like you have to have like five guys here and like two guys here for you to start fighting them. If you don't have that clear of an advantage, the best thing to do is play safe and just stay inside your base for a little bit, right? Because even if you like clear the wave, it doesn't mean that your fort is free, right? if you die, the enemy still have minions and stuff like that here, right? If you jump into them and start fighting, the chances are you're gonna die, and the enemy minions are gonna start shoving in, and you're gonna lose that fort anyway. So pretty much like all the work that you put in to clear the objective that they captured kind of goes in vain, right? And that's how like most of the time, like every time people capture Alterac's objective, like usually this tower goes down, or mid tower goes down, or top tower goes down because somebody got became super aggressive. They jump back in, they got killed, leaving the entire fort open, while like their allies are clearing up the wave in the other lanes. So I'm gonna rotate back top here, trying to clear this wave. I know where everybody is, so I can push up a little bit, and I'm gonna mount up here and try to check this boss. I don't know why I was face checking it, but anyways, I just wanted to check. I mean, if I was gonna get hit, I was probably gonna dash away, but and I had 3 stacks of my life steal thing. All right, so I got I got ambushed here by the variant, and I was like, variant is on me, and I'm gonna hit him. That's why I said I'm like safe zone, so I can get my final life steal and just back off. It's a huge wave coming out here, and I noticed that he went top, so I'm gonna ult this wave and try to get some damage in here. There was a really huge wave that could have actually taken out our gate. Rek'Sai won a solo boss here, but this is a ranked game and people are gonna be checking the boss all the time, so that really isn't an option, honestly, unless like you know that they are really far away and they won't be coming. Chen got caught here. He's gonna use his ultimate to get away. That's the thing about Wandering Keg. Like you can never kill a Chen with Wandering Keg because it's just that good, right? Um, it's just impossible to kill a Chen that has like unstoppable and a barrel that makes him move like super fast. Alright, we're gonna start this here. These guys think we about to start the objective. First, I'm gonna go up top to check that boss there. We are not there. I'm gonna come down here. I mean, Fasta is gonna go up top, and I don't know. He wanted to check the boss, and that kind of made them think we were going top, but we weren't going top. We were in a bad lane. I made it sound as if Fasta were on the enemy team, but it wasn't. All right, now I'm pinging the objective so we can go to it because they actually about to start this. And this is me here. I'm not coming in from a decent angle, but our tennis is in our back line, so I'm gonna ult him, do some chump damage onto him here, landing some of my abilities, do some chump hitting, landing some of my talents here. I was trying to line this up. I was trying to line this up on this character right here, on the Enduin and the Mia, and I think I kind of missed that, but yeah. Um, like what I said with Lin Min, where you have to like find angle where you are not just hitting only a single target. You should also be doing that with Orphia because you want to get the most value out of your abilities. Anyways, I'm getting chased here by the variant Rexar. Rexar and his pet got killed. We are kind of split up right now. Bradwin is getting chased by like 3 guys, and I'm just gonna back off. Chan's gonna try to back off too. CC coming onto the chain there, you're gonna dodge it, but that wasn't enough. They're gonna take him out 5v1. Alright, so Bradwin took bribe, so we are pretty much safe right here. This game is pretty decent to take every time it spawns, so we are kind of in a safe position right now. We got a boss pushing, and we also got a camp pushing. So we don't really have to fight for this objective right now. I'm just gonna try to lane here, get some of this soak. I like stop Varian from like pushing this lane in. Main try to do some damage onto me here. I almost got ganked there by their tennis. I got swapped. Dang, I got taken out. I should have checked that bush, but I used my ability on the Lemine there. I mean on the Viren and the minion there. Anyways, we have time to engage now. Chen is engaging. Everybody's engaging. I'm telling my allies to capture the shrine. Viren got isolated here into our team. Some damage going out. Stun coming out from the Mia here. Viren's chasing the Fastad. And Mia is in trouble right now with Rexar and Chen beating on her and slowing her down with some stuns and stuff. And Fastad gonna dodge and try to finish that kill. Chen misses his Ignite. Ultimate coming out here from the Mia, pretty much saving us. And by that time, I've already returned and I just altered the variant. Start doing some damage onto him while I channel this. I know that if they keep coming here, they're gonna start taking damage. And our tennis, his thing is dead, but he still decided to come in. Well, I mean, one of his DPS is dead, but he still decided to come in. He got a damage onto, I mean, he got a kill onto the Bradwin there. Chen is trying to give us shield, but he's a little bit far in front of us, so we can't really get to him with our tennis as well, like swiping into us and stuff. So yeah, decent stun. I mean, how do you call it? Decent hit there from the Anduin. And Brexite is in trouble right now. I'm in trouble too with Lilimine just hitting me with her talons. As you guys can see, I just backed up a little bit, landed my strike onto the Artenis there, instantly killing him from like 20 hit point. Anduin is in trouble here. Chen's gonna push him a little too far in front of me, and I'm like almost dead, taking damage I think from the Lilimine there, and I'm gonna get killed by the Anduin before he gets killed. I'll tell my allies to stop them from like stopping the objective, but that was too late. And yeah, fast I let her. All right. I mean, we are still safe though. They got like a fort now. A portion of their front wall is damaged. A decent amount of damage have been done here in front of the forts. So we're in a decent position right now. I'm telling Chen to play passively until we all get there. And Varian try to stop us here from getting the scam. And that was a bad decision because here there's a muddy puddle. And when you're moving here, it's kind of slow for you to move. And if you come up here, you're coming into outside of the base. I mean, inside outside of the map. So yeah. Anduin get a save on the Artenis there. Chen's gonna jump kick the Mia there, trying to slow her down. Everything. I'm in here trying to get this objective started. And Lemmy, this is why Lemmy is really strong on most objective maps because she can do stuff like this. She can do broken stuff like this where she can interrupt you as you're trying to do that objective. And I think everybody here is playing at their advantage, honestly. Like all of these guys know what their character can do and they are playing at their advantage. So yeah, this is kind of like it's not a bad match. It's kind of like an even skill mechanics match. So I'm gonna try to do some damage here for my allies. I'm doing objectives like if you notice that your allies are fighting and you know that the enemies have like a decent amount of damage on the outside of the map, like their comp is like pretty damage heavy. Like I think the best thing to do is like stop doing the objective pretty much and pretty much try to help your allies do some damage onto the enemies and like fight them before going back to the objective because if your allies are dead, like all your efforts here is gonna get wasted because you cannot 1v5 So it's always decent to like try to focus on fighting first before going back to the objective. So gonna get some ult in there, trying to make them spread out a little bit, and we're able to capture the objective there. Mia comes in, an ultimate coming onto the chin there. I got out of the way and fast out ults. Chin's gonna get killed here, and Rexar Bear is gonna get killed. It's time to back out. I'm thinking that. And Rexar is alive though, so we are pretty fine. We're gonna group up mid here because this is like the closest objective to them. We're gonna be pretty aggressive here. We have an objective pushing, and our tennis is here in our back line trying to get our healer again, and he's just gonna back up as he noticed that the entire team is focusing him. I'm getting some chump onto the Mia here. Decent situation for us is that she don't have her ultimate. She could have like ult both of us into their fort and kill us, but she doesn't. A lot of damage coming onto me here, and I'm gonna get killed. Oh my god, Brown is also gonna get killed. Anyways, as you guys could have seen here, this is where they had the advantage, and they actually decided to engage on us. It was 3v4. That's when you can actually engage when you have an advantage like that. If it was 1v3, you don't engage in a situation like that. So, all right, I got killed again, but my time will come, guys. My time will come eventually. Um, Chen, at this point, I think Chen completed his quest, and our team running it down. Yeah, we made some mistakes. Um, all right, they're gonna start doing this, and okay, this is one of the problem, right? When you are about to do bus, right? I noticed like a lot of lower elo guys don't notice, right? If you are about to do bus, right, you don't want to get attention onto you in the first place, right? That's the overall goal, right? You want to steal the bus, right? Walking around here, right? Walking into this, right? Into this wall, right? And going straight up top, that's one way you can reveal yourself and force your enemy to kind of like try to stop you, right? You are pretty much forcing them to stop you, right? Because you are like showing where you are and you are showing what you're about to do, right? Another way you can force your enemies to try to stop you is if you were killing minions here, for example, right? And then you walk immediately after you kill the minion, you walk up top, right? While you are killing minions, the enemy map is kind of like showing where you are, right? If you walk away from the minion into the boss, they know exactly where you are going after that, right? So if you are about to steal a bus, right, try to like get these walls down and try to make sure that minions are not seeing you, right? You're not being spotted by minions, or you're not like in the area close to a minion when you are going up top here. Like in lower elo, sometimes like it's not like sometimes you might actually like do the right thing and like hide yourself and go into the boss and start doing it, and then your ally will walk straight from the bottom of the map into the minions and then walk all the way up top, passing into another minion wave, going straight to the boss. That's one way your allies can show where you are and make you to lose your boss and like make you to lose your lead in a sense, right? So make sure that all vision are kind of like um how you call it like all vision are kind of like taken away from the enemies before you do like important stuff like this, right? So we're gonna engage here. Neutralize, that's the word I was going for. And Rexar is still telling us that he want to solo the boss. And I'm telling that, bro, this is ranked match. You can't do that. Like, you can't really do that. Like, you want to like solo every single boss, but you can't really do that right now. So engage coming out here from the Chen. The boss is like 20 hit point. I start ulting immediately. Ultimate coming out here from the Mia. It's gonna grab our faster. He's in big trouble right now, and I think he's gonna get killed. But anyways, my ult there was able to help us take that variant down, that twin blade variant, which kind of like lasts a bit longer than anyone in a team fight. So we're gonna take him out. The boss is pretty low here. I probably should have waited for my ult. I mean, for them to like capture the boss a little bit. But the thing is, our entire team is kind of like super low on hit point. So I think my ult there was kind of okay. All right, so the boss here is captured. Mia is getting onto the objective. She should have waited a little bit for the boss to get captured before she start ulting. Um, but she did it too fast because she noticed Chen was coming in there, and she kind of like panicked for some reason. Um, and Fasta does insane damage, so I don't know why she did that, but I mean she could have sacrificed, like play a little bit safer and like just sacrifice some of her ally and just like ult everybody, but yeah. Anyways, I'm doing some decent damage here onto the Mia. As you guys can see, like I took her from like this amount of hit point all the way to like 5, and that's just crazy. Fasta is dead here, and everybody's doing whatever they can to like capture this objective. Chen is pretty much dead. I'm getting a huge chump coming onto like 2 guys here. I'm gonna chump them now. I chumped the Mia. Mia already died. My chump is also on a pretty low cooldown. So like every time I land it, I also get a reset, pretty much like 2-second resets. So I'm just chomping people down, and like skilling them pretty much. Here I am right now. Every time I chomp somebody, I get like a massive, like, no, not like a massive shield, but I get a decent amount of shield. Right? We're gonna talk about the talents later. But anyways, this is why you can't really be too afraid of like getting closer to your enemies with Orphia, because she kind of do some decent amount of damage the closer you are. And with this build, right, you are getting value both from a distance and also up close. So, all right, at this point, my kills are even. I've done like 63k damage right now, and that's like the most on my team right now. I'm pretty close to the lane main there, and yeah, gonna try to get this camp here. This is one of Orphea's weakness. She's not really good with camps, but it's almost 20, so I got some decent amount of basic attack and talent tier damage. So I'm gonna try to get that camp there. I'm gonna back ping this bottom boss so we can start doing it. All right. So earlier I said that this team is kind of like almost evenly matched, and I said mechanics, right? I didn't say like decision making, right? You guys can be evenly matched with mechanics, but if your enemies aren't making the best of decisions, you can always end up beating them. So Shen is gonna like engage here. It's a pretty early engage. I'm gonna ping them to leave. I let them come in a little bit and then I start ulting. Chen is gonna spread them out. Arten is getting shoved into the boss here so he can take some damage. These guys like they just dispersed. Me guys in the back line here trying to get some damage in. I'm right here. I think I got ulted here by the Artenis. Pretty decent ult. And Varian is on our faster. I think Bradwin got cleans. Is she gonna use it? I don't think she got cleans anymore. Anyways, I got a decent amount of chump onto the variant here, almost taking half of the hit point. He got polymorph here. Um, bit oh my god. Chen is trying to come up top here. He's really in a big of a danger right now. It's in a very big danger right now because there are like 4 guys around him. We're able to take out a look at it burst, bro. Like look at that portal, that smash. Like big chunk of his hit point missing as soon as I land my talent on him. Right? And I'm like just chunking these guys down. Like every time I hit somebody, I get a reset, and I'm chunking down, and then I chop them like that. Get some shield. Also, if they shield from the chin there, I'm pretty aggro right now, and I'm just going into them, just chunking them down, and I noticed Anduin got into our back line, so I decided to forget about Mia and try to focus her, and we're able to take her down. Mia isn't any danger right now to us because Chen gonna take good care of her. We're gonna continue on this objective here, and this match was a pretty fast one, 17-minute ish, and we almost ended ending. So, alright, I'm just positioned wherever I am right now because I know like everybody is dead. But normally you want to do damage in a safe position, as I was saying like in my earlier video when I was coaching etc. Fasta is gonna back here. We got a boss going in, and Rexa is gonna ping me to leave. I'm gonna leave. Try to come to the chin here. Do some damage in there. Doing some decent damage to these ads. Gonna secure this objective with no contest, no contest. And yeah, I'm gonna tell my allies to come by lane because bot lane is pretty open, and these guys will have enough time to like go into their lane as we try to put pressure on bot lane here. Chen is being a bit too aggro right now. He's gonna try to jump kick and wandering kick of lane main, which isn't gonna work most of the time. Like 60% of the time, you won't get a lane main with wandering kick. So don't try this at home. Okay. Limay left the game because I don't know. I think because they are losing, like they became toxic, and like some people started to leave and stuff. Anyways, it do be like that sometimes. I got Altair here, but the Artenis, he's trying to steal me from the back line, but that's not gonna happen. I'm gonna steal him instead. In the top here, Viren's trying to get some vision by putting his totem down. Getting some decent shoe here from the Chen as we try to do this final engage. And as you guys can see, I'm in a safe position right now. And I start ulting this. I don't know if that's the lane me. I think I start ulting her decent amount of her hit point. No, the Mia. Dang, I chunked her so bad. I thought she was a mage, but she's actually a tank, bro. I just chunked the tank for like 30% of that hit point. That's insane, right? Anyways, in our backline here, I'm always trying to watch out for my backline in solo queues because I don't think my allies are as skilled as I am. So I'm always trying to help them out. I'm gonna try to fight this variant here to get him off of my faster. He's gonna walk away. He's gonna try to engage onto me. Right. This is what I'm talking about. Like with Orphia, right? Mid range, like nobody can take you on if you are really good with her. Um, Anyways, I got a decent shield there, and then when I use my chump onto him, I got my full chaos stats. Right, as you guys can see right now, I have one, but usually you have like three once you use your chunk with the talent that I pick. And I use my basic attack on him immediately, healing myself right back up, pretty much nullifying the damage that he did to me. Up top here we have Mia ulting my allies. I think Brown is gonna get caught in this or something. And nobody is here to help me right now. And it's just me versus Varian. And I did another jump onto the Varian here. I got my 4 stacks back. and then I heal right off of them. Right, as you guys can see, Orphia got some insane healing potential, and Varian here is Twin Blade. He's supposed to be able to take me down, but he can't because I got like the same passive that he has, but it's just a little bit different. Um, anyways, I'm chomping Varian, healing myself, chomping him, healing myself, getting shields, and I'm able to take him out. The Endwing got separated back there by the Wandering Keg, and as you guys can see, like I'm doing some decent amount of damage onto tanks and stuff, just bursting them down, and we're able to finish this match here uh, with a debut. Anyways, GG guys. Everybody says GG, and I'm MVP. So I able to get 8 kills there, 8 assists, 39 siege damage, 33% of our damage onto heroes, and decent amount of XP contribution. So I mean, everybody else did some decent damage though. As you guys could have seen, like our tennis were getting a lot of kills early on, but once I like got my talents and stuff, and my team started to play pretty well as a team, we started to get more kills and stuff like that. And I was behind in damage, as you guys can see, but I ended up ahead in damage against the Limane there. Um, some decent amount of siege damage though, and yeah, pretty much like with Orphia, if you play her right, you can. I don't know, with lane pressure. I don't think you can carry via lane pressure, but team fights like you got like full advantage in team fights if you play Orphia properly, and you can pretty much carry through team fights. Positioning is also very crucial with Orphia. Even though she does damage from a range position, it doesn't mean that you should always be in melee. I mean, even though she does damage from a melee position, it doesn't mean you should be in melee. Because she's a mage, obviously people want to try to focus you, and most of the time, if you are super close to people, they're gonna stun you and they're gonna take you down. So you gotta play her from a safe position, and you gotta play her as a mid range character. So level one here we have N pointy, EN pointing or whatever you call it. So Shadow Watts deal 90% increased damage to enemies hit by its end, right at the tip of it, and it also grants one additional chaos, right? So you can get like 2 stacks when you hit people with it. Reduce the cooldown of shallow wads by 1 second. This here is a passive, right? That 1 second reduction is always there, so your shadow watts is always like 4 seconds cooldown, right? And the bonus for it is that if you hit somebody with it, you reduce the cooldown. You set the cooldown to like 0.75 seconds, right? So if you like track your timer properly, you can almost like never run out of shadow watts, because like you can always set your shadow watts to like 0.75 seconds. So if you play her properly, you should almost always have a talent tier up, like a talent active to use. Level 7, I'm going for the insatiable. Basically, if you hit a hero with chump, you set it cooldown to 2 seconds. This here is gonna match pretty well with your level 13 talents. Um, and this here is just pretty much to like save you, pretty much. Like if you're going against melee characters, you're you're a ranged character, right? So if you're going against a lot of melee character, you want something to save you, and I think that's why chump should be used for. Chump should be used to like to save yourself and to also like kill minions, right? I think that those are like the two things your chump should be used for. At level 10, you have external feast. Uh, Eternal feeds in the external. After 1.5 seconds, you deal 498 damage. Well, this is level 20, so the number is pretty high. At other level, it might be lower than this. Anyways, it's a decent amount of damage, and it's a sustained damage thing. So if you had like an ETC on your team and he start ulting, and then you ult with Eternal Feast, like you do insane damage, right? For the full duration of the ETC stun. Um, all right, so that's that. At level 13 though, right? This one, these two start to work together. As you guys can see, like usually when I pick talent, I try to like make sure like both of my talents kind of make sense. They kind of combo off of each other. So level 13 here, we're gonna get a shield. When we get those resets, we'll always have shields up. I think this is better. Shoot is better than the life steal that you can get from the D here, because if you are playing against people who knows how Orphia work, once they see that D AOE around you, they will always like back away, which means you won't get your heals off. And also by having that D, it means that you have to walk into them to like get your heals off, which also puts you at a risk, because if you walk into them trying to get your D off, they might stun you, and before you get that heals, they might kill you. All right, so hitting a hero with charm instantly grants of your maximum chaos and 403 shield for 3 seconds. So, but basically for 3 seconds, and it sets your talent to like 2 seconds. So every 1 second after, you always get your charm back up, which means you always get your shield. Band of Anguish. Shadow Wise deal bonus damage to heroes equal to 3% of the hit point. Percentage damage is usually good to go for. The only time you won't go for percentage damage is like if you have something that is like really necessary for you to have, for your role to have, and that's the only time you want to like avoid percentage damage. But percentage damage is always good, especially if you having resets on your ability. So you're always doing 3% of their hit point, with the additional amount of like 90%. So yeah, so add 90% to like 3% of their maximum hit point, and then add the basic damage from the talent itself, and 90% of the basic damage, add that to the talent ability itself, and then add that to the 90% of the 3% of this, and that's like insane damage. As you guys could have seen, I was just melting the Mia away, and it's insane damage. So you also heal for 50% of the damage dealt, which is a decent amount. And yeah, all right, here we have level 20, and final, I said Tokata. So activate or instantly reset a cooldown of Shadow Wise for the next 5 seconds. Dashing with Shadow Wise reset its cooldown and increase the duration of final uh, Tokata by 1 second. So this here will pretty much always be active. Like honestly, if you are hitting your talents, you will always have this active, because the duration you can pretty much the cooldown you can pretty much reduce, by letting your talent and like dashing around the enemies and stuff. And if it actually runs out, like before it runs out, you'll probably like have it at like 10 seconds cooldown or like 5 second cooldown. You can just wait for those 5 seconds and then reset it if you ever miss your shadow watch. So a lot of people have problem with playing Orpheus because like they can't learn that talent most of the time, and they complain that, oh, if I don't learn my talent, I'm done for. Taking this level 20 here pretty much give you another opportunity to like restart what you failed on. Like if you were chasing somebody down and then they like dodge your shadow watts for some reason, and it goes on cooldown, you can always activate this and then just continue attacking them again, right? So yeah, so at level 7, at level 4, you have a chump that can actually make you to dash backwards. I actually tested it, but I noticed that really I wasn't getting a lot of value out of it. Like it was kind of risky. Like I had to like go in and then dash out and then strike again and then go in, dash out, strike, go in, dash out, strike. That was my rotation. But it was a bit too risky. Like because most of the time, like in solo queue, like people don't know how you play off here. So every time I would go in and try to do damage, like my tank would just back off and like everybody would back off and stuff like that, and I'll be caught in the middle and I'll just get killed. Like I'll just get focused and just get killed. So I just stopped doing that, using that. So that's the talent for Orphia. Thanks for watching, guys. And if you're new here, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. We have 106. The goal is 200 subs. And every time I get a sub, I'll try to make a video. Well, it really won't like it really doesn't have like a direct impact on me making videos, but you guys subbing actually shows that you guys want to learn more about Hero of the Storm, and it shows that you guys like Hero of the Storm, which means that which actually motivates me because I will know that I'm making content for a game that a lot of people like, uh, which means that I won't stop making videos for these things, and you get what you want, and I get what I want. So go ahead and subscribe, and also hit a thumbs up if you like the video. Thumbs up, thumbs down is all up to you. If you also have like an input about this character, go ahead and put that in the comment section, and I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.